Right, we're going to let a few people... This is just impromptu, I know. Oh, I am fuming. I haven't been this mad from a football game, I think, in my life. Woof. Right, guys. I know people are gonna... Here you go, people showing up. There we are. What is up, guys? Ashram and J Reacts here. As you can tell, different scenario, different background. I have just seen that game. And I have got to be honest with you. That is the biggest robbery I have seen since the Chelsea-Barcelona game back in the heyday in the Champions League. That was an absolute disgrace, not to La Liga, not to the Spanish Federation. That is a disgrace to football. The beautiful game itself, that is a disgrace. Okay? This referee has blown the whistle as we have scored the winning goal. He's blown it as Brahim Diaz has crossed it in, right? Everyone's played on. So you can't just say, Valencia stopped playing. Everyone on that pitch, with the exception of Hugo Duro, who was all the way up the pitch in the other end, played on. Jude Bellingham scored a fair and square winner. A beautiful header, a magisterial header. And this man, this pathetic excuse of a referee, disallows it, right? After literally spending 3 minutes of added time rectifying his mistake of giving a BS penalty away. It was never a penalty on Hugo Duro in the first place. Never a penalty. So he spent 3 minutes overturning it with VAR looking at it, making him look at the footage on the monitor screen. Once he's done that, he then rectifies it, and by then we're in the 94th minute. He's already added on 7 minutes originally for all the time wasting we've had, the so unfortunate injury to Diakabi, and my heart is with him. That looked like a bad one, and I wish him a speedy recovery because it's never nice to see that, no matter who the player is. So we wish him all the best. But all that time was spent on that player, right? 7 minutes was rightfully added on. But when you spend half of that rectifying your own mistake, you have got to add it on. So we were barely past the 97-minute mark. I thought this is guaranteed going into 100 minutes. I'll be completely honest with you. And look, Bertond, I'm telling you, bro, this was a disgrace to football. Forget being a Real Madrid fan. If I saw this as a neutral, I would honestly be sick to my stomach. Because that was one of the most beautiful remontadas I have ever seen. Because we played terribly in the first half. Some would say we deserved a penalty in Vinicius in the first half. Yes, I agree with you. But we played terribly. So you know what? I don't like to control what can't be controlled in the sense of the referee. We turned up in the second half and we played perfectly. The substitutions were good. I didn't agree with Nacho coming on. I think that was a mistake. I think Valverde should have stayed on. Nacho wasn't going to do anything. We did everything right. Brahim Diaz, I'm going to get onto him. We did everything right. And this was the kind of game where, teams that play against Real Madrid, they get nervous, they get shaky, their legs are going. And we rely on those last 10 minutes plus added time to take that final blow and win the game or even just get a draw, right? And this referee has prevented us from doing that. It's like they don't even enjoy refereeing the football matches. To me, because I see that in grassroots football, like amateur football, for those who are not sure what grassroots football is. In terms of amateur football, where referees, they go, no, that's it, added time's done, I'm blowing a whistle, I want to go home. This man is being paid how much a year, right? Televised game. People have paid hard-earned money to watch it on their TV screens, to watch it at the stadium. And this man wants to prevent us from seeing such a beautiful, beautiful ending to the game. Because I think Valencia fans, whatever you want to say, brilliant performance from you guys, but we deserve to walk away with the win there as Real Madrid fans. And it is a disgrace. I had to go live. I don't care where I am, boys and girls. I had to go live because fans, there needs to be uproar. And I agree with you, Marcus, mate. There need more than a fine. This is the same referee that gave Valencia in a previous game against us 3 penalties in one game against us. Okay, so it's not like this is the first time this so-called referee has done it. The corruption in this league, it needs to stop. It needs to stop to the point where I've said this before. Get referees from another country in. Get referees. I can't believe I'm saying this. Get Premier League referees in because they will do a better job than these clowns. Because I'm sick to my stomach, right? Or the fact that I can't help who I support, right? I grew up with my dad supporting Real Madrid and I became a diehard Real Madrid as a kid and I will live and die by this club. Doesn't matter where I am in the world, being a Real Madrid fan from England in the United Kingdom. So it is a shame that I have to watch my team go through this week in, week out with this league. And it's not just my team. I've seen other teams in the leagues before, and the smaller clubs, right? And I love La Liga football because it is the most technically brilliant football you ever see, in my opinion, in the world right now. I think when it comes to overall, the Premier League is still the best league in the world. I don't think anyone can, argue with that. After that, I don't think anyone can argue it's La Liga. Serie A is competitive, but the quality of football is not there. And you have to agree with me on that, especially when it comes to the bottom half. It's absolutely abysmal. Bundesliga, very physical. But I'll be honest, up until this year, it's not been entertaining to watch. And props to Xabi Alonso for doing that. But just staying on point right now, because I don't want to get astrayed. But something needs to change. Something really, really needs to change with this league. Because I honestly feel sorry for these players. I actually feel sorry for them because they're not playing against 11 men. They're playing against 12 men, week in, week out. Sometimes it's 12 and plus with the VAR people in the back. And it's really a shame. I want to interact with you guys. Marcus Baton, thank you for interacting. Share this with anyone. If you're enjoying this so far, leave it a like, guys. And if you're new to this content, I'm a Real Madrid fan. I'm with Jake. We've recently become A&J Sports because we want to be beyond our reaction side of things. We want to do everything like this, post-match analysis. But honestly, I had to interact with other football fans. I'm not in a area where other people are going to be of the same passionate, football fans as I am. But I had to hop on this and I had to voice my opinion. Because it's honestly a shambles. We're a tank. Honestly, robbed. It's honestly. Now I want to see the message, bro. I cannot agree with you anymore. You've joined me a bit, later on into my rant, but basically, this referee, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, gave him at one point in a Valencia game against Real Madrid. He's done it before. He gave away 3 penalties against us in one game before. So this is not the first time this man has been able to influence a Real Madrid game like this. But all of that aside, this match specifically, right? He was shocking. He struggled to maintain control. That challenge on Tchouaméni in the first couple minutes by Yaremchuk was disgraceful. The ball was already off his foot and he's gone through the back of him. There's no place for that. And I'm all for teams being physical, right? But being physical within the laws of the game, not going out there to injure our players. And that was a disgraceful challenge. And from that moment onwards, I knew he did not have control of this game. He had zero control on that game, which is such a shame. Because the players on that pitch played their skin off and they gave us such an entertaining game. I am fuming at Real Madrid for once again being the second half team, as always. But if you have to look at this as a neutral, it's a beautiful game. ruined by the referee. Ruined because he ruined added time by giving away a BS penalty to them. Hugo Duro, I don't care if you played for us in 3 instances in the first team. You are a disgrace of a player. That Hugo Duro, right? It makes me stick to my stomach that guy even played a minute for us, because it is ridiculous. And you know what? Even after the players are having this rightful reaction, we've just scored a winner. For him to go and send off Jude Bellingham, the man who scored the winner, the man who will be the most frustrated, right? Who's dealt with injuries so far this season, for him to not understand and comprehend where Jude Bellingham is coming from and to straight away get his red card out, not even engage him in a conversation. It's like they want the cameras to be on them. It's like these referees in Spain are obsessed with the attention that they're getting. And I'm tired of it, because as much as the refereeing is banned in the Premier League, and I see it week in, week out, I don't think there's more than 1 or 2 refs that I've seen that like the attention, that like the cameras being pointed at them. They actually just don't want to be noticed. They just want to get about with their job. In La Liga, though, every single one of them love the attention. You could just tell. Wait, Hosselu as well with a red card. I did not know about the Hosselu red card. I literally had to hop on this live straight away after. Oh my god! Even Lunin, I really hope Lunin didn't get any red cards or anything, because Lunin was mad. I've never seen Lunin that mad in my life. And if we don't have Lunin next game, we are screwed, right? We need to consider, because currently, as it stands, yes, Girona is 7 points behind us, but if they get that win, right, that's down to 4 points, right? And we cannot afford to take them lightly. They have been fantastic La Liga challengers against us. Them, as well as, let's not forget, Barcelona, because yes, they've not been at the races, but they're just ticking over and they're getting points. That's what big teams do, even though when they're having bad seasons under bad managerials, injuries, whatever. Teams like us and Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, even when we're having bad seasons, we just tick on by. So they're going to keep getting results. So I am so mad that this has happened today. Bro, what do you think they're going to do? This is not the first time Real Madrid have ever challenged a decision, mate. Honestly, this is not the first time. We've done it before in crazy circumstances. This might be the biggest grounds for it. I agree. What's going to happen? They're not going to replay the game. What sanctions are going to be handed out? Great. This referee is, banned and sent to the second tier. We're not going to get our 3 points. That's the unfortunate conclusion of this still. Who will do it? Nah, you know what? As much as he said that, I saw the post-match interview from him. He's a prick himself, because he was diving about on that pitch, right? And for someone who's an ex-Madridista, right, to be doing that is a disgrace. I hate it. I'm okay for it, now and again where there's contact, you go down and it's, a free kick or, a penalty. You're trying to, there's contact and you have every right to go down. But for you to just throw yourself in the air when there's no contact, and a referee like that to just fall for it, it's a disgrace. And you know what? As a great man once said, and I say this again, I said this at the start of the video, and I'll say it now, right? This was the biggest robbery since the Chelsea-Barcelona game back in the Champions League, right? And the words of an amazing man that said a beautiful phrase at the end of that game to the camera, I'm going to do the same. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace, right? I'm glad to be back on this channel as always. I love you all, A&J family. I hope to see you again on better circumstances. Much love. Take care. Screw La Liga and see.